Hey friends, good morning. Welcome back. So I have not filmed a video in a little while. I've been sick for the last like 2.5 weeks. Haven't really been able to film anything. But I wanted to capture our 2023 Christmas. So today is Christmas Eve. Today is December 24th. So Merry Christmas for any of you who celebrate. I did want to capture our Christmas though, even though I haven't been doing any weekly vlogs. So there's gonna be some different stuff going on this morning. So I thought, why not turn the camera on, do some vlogging, and do a little 2-day vlog. Today for Christmas Eve, tomorrow for Christmas morning. I really should have started this yesterday because our Christmas festivities kind of started yesterday with going to church and having dinner with my parents, but I totally forgot and didn't even think about it until after. But I did capture a couple of clips from church and some pictures and stuff, so I'm gonna go ahead and insert those here so you can see a little bit of yesterday, and then I'll come back.
And said that Jesus' birth would be a light coming into the darkness. It was Simeon who held the baby Jesus and said that he would be a light for the glory of God to the nations. Jesus himself said, I am the light of the world. But Jesus also said, you are the light of the world. He said, a city on a hill cannot be hidden. It must shine its light. And so friends, that's my challenge as we reflect on Christ and his birth and his life. That we go and that we also shine his light. To shine the light. Will you lift your light again? And through our love, point people to God and his goodness and light their way for others. So this week, this year, let's shine the light. Let's sing together, Silent Night.
All is bright.
that was yesterday. We met with my family, my parents, and some friends. We did church, and then we had dinner with my parents after. And then today we are going to be going to my mom's for an early dinner. And then tomorrow everyone will come here to our house for Christmas morning. So the first thing I did this morning was make me some coffee, as you saw in my Mrs. Claus cup. As you can see, I'm wearing my Making Spirits Bright shirt. Like, I literally can't even taste anything. I'm only having the coffee for the caffeine because I can't even taste it. Old Navy has all these like graphic shirts with all different sayings. I have this one. I have one that says Merry and Bright. I have another one that has like a little decal up at the top. I love these for pajamas. And actually ended up wearing one to church with like a flannel over it last night, and it was super cute. So anyway, so today Nick is currently in the shower. He's gonna come down and vacuum here in a little bit. I am going to do a couple of these homemade creamers that I've made last month. I want to make them again so that my siblings have choices on coffee and creamers and stuff in the morning. So I'm going to do that. And then I want to get stuff. You can see I have a whole bunch of stuff back here. I'm making arroz con gandules for dinner tonight. It's rice and peas, technically. It's a Puerto Rican dish. I'm going to be making that to take to my mom's. And then tomorrow morning I'm making a biscuit and gravy casserole. So I want to get all the stuff ready for that stuff this morning as well. Do the dishes that are in the sink, and then go upstairs and shower and get dressed. So yeah, I thought that I would bring you guys along on our Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and do a little two-day vlog. So I'm getting started on these creamers. They only take like 10-15 minutes to make, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started on those. I'll show you guys how I do that, and then I will move on to everything else. Okay, so like I said, I'm making two different types of creamers. One is going to be a salted caramel creamer that I have made before and turned out really good. And the other one is going to be a vanilla creamer. So these are basically all the ingredients you need. Sweetened condensed milk. So I have the salted caramel, just a regular sweetened condensed milk, some half and half, vanilla, a little bit of salt. And I think that's everything. I'm also going to need some sugar. I'm just going to use Splenda to make it a little bit healthier. I think that's basically it. I'm going to pull up the recipe, make sure I got everything. And then you also need two pots. I'm making two different kinds, so 2 pots. And then I also bought these mason jars. I wanted something a little prettier to put the creamer in. So I have those. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started on this. Let me just make sure that I have everything I need. Okay, so I just watched the video on TikTok that I saw where they made these. So the first thing you're going to do, turn this on to like medium heat. We're going to use the can of sweetened condensed milk. Add the whole can in there. Okay, so you're going to empty that whole can in there. And then you need 2 cups of your milk of choice. Like I said, I'm using half and half. And you want to let this kind of like slowly, you want it to be just warm enough to melt or incorporate the sweetened condensed milk. Basically, it doesn't need to be too hot. It doesn't need to come to a boil or anything like that. So here's 1 cup of sweetened condensed milk. Add that in, and I do see it's starting to boil a little bit, so I'm gonna turn it down. 2nd cup. So one of these smaller bottles of half and half is basically 2 cups. So now I know I don't need to measure it. I can just get one of those. Add that. Just gonna add in the last little bit. It's fine. And then add in 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract. I don't have like the best vanilla extract. It's like a store brand, but it is what it is. So I'm just gonna use that. And then you're gonna get your whisk. And you're just gonna kind of whisk away at this. I don't want it to burn or like overheat, so I'm just gonna do one of them at a time. They don't take very long, like I said, especially because the other can I need the can opener for and I didn't pull it out. So like I said, you're just gonna combine these two. Like I said, I am gonna add a little bit more Splenda just because I do like it to be sweeter. If the creamer is sweeter from the beginning, then I won't add as much sugar later on. So it's kind of the same thing. It's kind of a balance, but I do prefer the creamer to be a little bit sweeter. So I'm gonna add some of that in. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay guys, so I did pull out some Splenda and I did get that other can open so I can start on that one. So just add in the Splenda there, keep stirring. Of course my dogs need to go outside. So you want to keep moving to incorporate it and so that it doesn't start to stick to the sides. And I'm just going to let my dogs out real quick. If you hear barking, it's my dog outside. Now I can tell you that the sweetened condensed milk for the salted caramel recipe is much thicker than the regular sweetened condensed milk. So this one does take longer to break down once it's cooking, so I'm gonna go ahead and get it added in so I can get started on that. So I'm gonna do my 2 cups of half and half so that'll start getting warmed up. And then I do still have some regular half and half left, so that if anybody doesn't want flavored creamer, they have just regular half and half if they want it. We also have regular milk. So I got that in there. I'm gonna turn this on. Give this another stir, just kind of multitasking here. And she did say to let it like steam for a couple minutes, so I'm gonna let it sit. And I'm gonna get the salted or the caramel into the pot. Let me grab, I'm just gonna use this. So hopefully you guys can see that, but the caramel comes out much thicker and like clumpier, and it needs to sit in here and break down, so that's why that one needs to be a little bit more like on high heat. So I think this one is about done. So I'm going to, I have my mason jars here. I think I'm gonna let them cool down a little bit before I put it in the mason jar. So I'm gonna take this one off the heat. And I'm actually gonna just switch this over here so it's closer. Let that start heating up. I'm gonna clean up some of this trash. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start incorporating this. I probably should have used a bigger pot. as that caramel breaks down, this is going to change colors. It's going to turn into like a richer caramel color. Like I said, this one you do need to have turned up higher so that that caramel will start to dissolve and break down. Once I add the salt, you're also going to want that salt to break down as well. Okay guys, so I finished these. I have this one here. Let's see, that's still a little warm, so I'm gonna let it sit. Oh, that tastes good. I've never made the vanilla one before. That tastes really good. I think I like that one more than the salted caramel. Okay, so I have that one. And then this one spilled over, as you can see, made a mess. I know I need to use a bigger pot next time. This one I'm gonna let cool down. I'm gonna move it over here so it's not on the hot burner still. So I'm obviously gonna have to clean that now. So I'm gonna let these sit, cool down, and then I will put them in the mason jars. And then I'm gonna start pulling out the things I'm gonna need to make for dinner. Okay guys, so for the rice that I'm making for dinner, we need rice, obviously. So some long grain rice there. And there's the other ingredients up here. So we need this sazon, which is like seasoning. And then this is for breakfast tomorrow. I'm just gonna go ahead and take it out. Like I said, I'm making a biscuit and gravy casserole. We need sofrito, which is another type of like cooking seasoning. And then we need tomato sauce. So I'm gonna grab all that out now. And then we also need the gandules. Where are those? Okay. So these are, they're technically peas, but they're like a more mild version of peas. They're really good. This is the only thing I've ever had gandules in. I don't know if there's other recipes that call for them, but I really like it. I don't like peas, but I really like this rice. So that, I'm gonna put all this over here. And I am actually gonna be making this in the Instapot, so hopefully it won't take too long. I think it only, with the steaming, like the Instapot having to build the pressure and everything, I think it's gonna end up taking like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. So I'm gonna make that before we go to my parents' house. And then this, like I said, is for breakfast tomorrow, so I'm just gonna leave that out. And then there's some other things that go in here, like olives, and I'm gonna put some bacon in it, things like that. So, but those are stuff that needs to stay refrigerated for now. So I have all that out. I don't know if I'm gonna end up using this or not. I had gotten this to take the rice to my mom's house, but Walmart switched it out and they gave me like a huge one. I don't know if I'm gonna use that. I have a big bowl I might use instead. And then I have a couple of tins down there for the casserole in the morning. So I'm gonna get these cleaned up. I'm gonna get these put in the mason jars, clean up the stove, do the dishes, and then go upstairs and get in the shower. If you guys have never used this Dawn Power Wash, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It is so good for anything, for like baked on foods, grease, anything. Anytime you're done cooking, you just spray this on your pots and pans. Like I just sprayed it on the 2 pots that have like the hardened creamer on it. Let it sit for a while, and then it like eats away at whatever is stuck onto the pan, and it just kind of rinses clean. This stuff is magic, literally. So I'm gonna let those sit while I'm in the shower, let it do its thing. I will, and these are brand new pots and pans that we just got for her on Black Friday as well, so I want to get them as clean as possible. So let that sit, like I said, while I shower. The stove is still hot, so I can't clean up the like caked on stuff right now, but I will do that later. I'm gonna warm up my coffee so I can take that upstairs with me. And then yeah, I'm gonna go shower and get dressed, and I will check in with you guys after. Hey guys, welcome back. So it's a little bit later. It's almost 1 o'clock now. I am about to start cooking the rice for my family to take over to my mom's. I have like a Christmas jazzy video on YouTube. While I do that, Nick just went to go put gas in his car while I start cooking. So I'm going to do that, show you guys how I make this. I'll probably just do some B-roll so you can see all dressed and ready to go. And then we'll be heading over there in about an hour. So yeah, I'm going to do this, show you guys that, and then we'll head out. Okay guys, so I just finished the rice. Got me a flat white from Starbucks. The rice is in the in the Instapot. While that's cooking, I'm gonna go upstairs and wrap presents. I need to wrap my parents' present and the presents for our niece and nephews. So I'm gonna go upstairs and do that while this is cooking. This will probably take, by the time the pressure builds up and then it actually cooks, it'll probably take like half an hour. Nick went and got gas. He's gonna go get the donuts for tomorrow morning. He stopped and got himself Starbucks too because they didn't make his drink right earlier. And yeah, so I'm gonna go do that. Show you guys that. So I'm gonna move upstairs. Okay, so I got one present wrapped, my parents' present. As you can see, I'm like kneeling on the floor by our bed, and I don't know if I can show you. This little guy, this little pup dog is laying on my outstretched legs, curled up. He loves to cuddle, he loves to be held and touched. So now I feel like I can't get up to do the rest of them, but I know I have to. So one present down, a few more to go. Let's do this.
That's such a weird thing. It's nothing. I'm bored too. I don't know what kind of why not? That was getting more. Well, hopefully it works out. What really bothered me was you have to get that for CBA works.
Yeah, no.
This stuff's crazy. It works.
Can I send it to you?
This stuff's crazy.
Yep, that might be a good idea because you probably got a good one. Save me the trouble. And they're just like or they can get the parts, or the parts just prefer to come in, or
I've already given them all the parts. I gave them the parts last year. I gave them all the parts and all the money.
have you worked with them before?
We'll make them again, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen that movie.
I've been in that kitchen for a while.
Have you seen like Old Dads yet?
I haven't seen that.
Davidson, yeah.
I want to see that. Was that good?
It's really
We wanted to see it, but we never saw
It's a
it.
funny movie.
We're doing our dinner tomorrow.
Yes, I was about to say it.
So I'm going over there around 2 o'clock tomorrow.
It's one of my favorites.
Lasagna dinner.
He's a big Patriots fan too. That's what makes it so funny. He's a big Patriots fan. That is so funny.
morning, guys. Merry Christmas. Today is Monday, December 25th. It is about 7 o'clock now. I just got up. My hair's a mess. You see, I haven't even opened the blinds or anything yet. Came downstairs to start making our breakfast casseroles for my family when they get here. First, I'm going to make myself some coffee. Then I'm going to start that. I also, if you watched yesterday's portion of the vlog, you saw that I spilled some creamer over here when I made it yesterday, so I need to clean that up. I'm actually going to be trying the creamer in my coffee for the first time today, so I'm excited for that. Nick is in the shower. We had a really good Christmas Eve. Our neighbor's got a new dog, and it's been barking for the last, 4 hours. And our puppy's going nuts. So I'm going to let him out. I'm going to start this. I'll show you guys what I'm making. And yeah, Merry Christmas. Welcome to Monday. You guys, I couldn't make this shit up if I tried. The idiocy of some people, I will never comprehend. So we found out on Wednesday or Thursday that my stepbrother and his wife, who were supposed to be coming for Christmas, they stopped in Phoenix to see her family. When she arrived in Phoenix, she wasn't feeling good. She tested positive for COVID. And she tried to still come and be around 15 other people. Thankfully, my mom said, no, you can't come. But my parents, wanting to see my stepbrother for Christmas, allowed him to still come, even though he had been around here for however long. So Nick and I went back and forth whether we should see them, because obviously Nick has a kidney transplant and we need to be careful. The rest of my family was trying to decide if they were going to see them. We made him take a test on Saturday before being around him. He tested negative. So we thought, okay, maybe he didn't get it. Maybe he got lucky. But we all told my mom that none of us thought that he should be here. He should stay in Arizona with his wife. We'll see you guys next Christmas or at another time. Because nobody wants to mess with that. My sister, my brother's wife, my other brother, his wife is pregnant. She obviously shouldn't be around someone with COVID. My mom has had a stroke. She has medical issues. There's tons of reasons why none of us should be around these people. He tested negative, so we went to church with them on Saturday night. We had a good church service. We went to dinner with my parents. He didn't go to dinner with us. And then yesterday, we had Christmas Eve dinner at my mom's house. Fine. Come to find out this morning that my mom tested positive for COVID. And of course, they're trying to say she could have gotten it from anywhere, but that is an awfully big coincidence for her to be around somebody who was around someone who had COVID and then test positive. So now the rest of our Christmases are screwed. After I got up this morning and started cooking like you guys saw, and we were getting ready to have everybody over, my mom woke up this morning not feeling well, so she tested, thank God, and it turns out she's positive. So now about 15 people's Christmases are ruined over one person who was selfish and couldn't just stay away and come at a different time. Nick is pissed because obviously he's the one with the most to lose. He could, his kidney, anything could cause his kidney to fail. And he's the one who, can't get sick the most of everybody. I'm already sick. I already have a cold. I have asthma. The last thing I need is to get COVID. Now my mom has it, and she had it really bad the first time, so she's freaking out. Although she's the one who let him in her house, having been around someone who had COVID, so that was her own choice. So now our entire half of the family's Christmas has been screwed because none of us can get together and risk getting the others sick. So we're basically just gonna hang out today. We're gonna go to the movies, but I don't know if we're going to now. I'm cleaning up this office, getting ready for the work week. Now my mom loses out on an entire week of pay. Hopefully we don't get sick and lose out on pay. I said I was still getting over this cold, so hopefully I don't get it. So if you're sick, stay home. Oh, and we found out that my sister-in-law, the one who started all this, who has COVID, knew that she had COVID, or suspected that she had COVID. She was already sick and already had a fever before they ever even left Florida. So she got on a plane knowing that she was sick. because she wanted to spend Christmas with her family. So potentially infected an entire plane of people. And her husband, who now has carried it over to my mom, went to a tattoo shop and potentially could have infected everybody in that tattoo shop. Went to a ᴛᴏᴏᴅᴅ show on the strip, could have infected anybody who sat around him there. This is how this crap happens. This is how this shit spreads. And now the Christmas of so many people have been ruined. Somebody else is sick who could potentially, you know, have it really bad. So now all of our Christmases are ruined. Who knows how many hundreds of people could have potentially been infected. Not to mention he went to church and had people around him. Sat next to people who have parents who are very old and potentially, you know, at risk. The selfishness of people I will never comprehend. You knew you were sick, stay home. Period. They have plenty of money to come at a different time or whatever. It's ridiculous. I don't even know what to say. So there's nothing else for me to film for this vlog. I don't know what we're gonna do the rest of the day. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave this here. I thought this was gonna go totally different, but yeah, I'm gonna leave this here. I'll pick it back up probably tomorrow, I guess, for the last weekly vlog of the year of 2023. And so I will see you guys then.